traffic and the ordinary sounds. I'm thinking signs and seasons while a north wind blows through. I watch as love.
Hi everyone, and welcome to the month of September. This month I thought it would be fun to do something a little different and provide you all with a behind-the-scenes look at what goes into the selection process when I'm pulling items from my stash to be part of my counterfeit kit for the month. I'm assuming that most of you are already familiar with the Counterfeit Kit Challenge Blog. If you're not, it's a great website that's full of challenges and inspiration. Our whole goal is to encourage you to use up your stash of supplies. And what we do is every month we choose a kit that's available on the market, and then we create our own versions of that kit using items that we have in our stash, hence Counterfeit Kit. So I just thought it would be fun to show you how I pull items and how I decide what to include each month and what to maybe not include. So let's just go ahead and get started. So the first thing that happens at the beginning of the month is that Bethany, our blog director, our blog coordinator, sends out an email. And in that email, she has a link to a kit club and one of the kits that they have for sale. And so we take a look at the pictures that are there, and then we start to go through our stash of supplies and pull items from our stash to create our own versions of that kit. So here I'm just starting by going through my pattern papers. I'm looking for any pattern paper that is either identical to or extremely similar to one of the pattern papers that's in the real kit. So I've pulled out these two papers. The first one is a bouquet design. It's by October Afternoon from the Midway collection, and it's called Carousel. And I chose this one because there was a bouquet pattern paper in the real kit that looks nothing like this. The one in the real kit was like blue and green, and this one obviously is pinks and beige and browns and stuff like that. So totally different look, but I figured the design itself, the bouquet, was similar enough for me to use this as a jumping board for the kit. So I went ahead and pulled that one out. And then the other paper that I chose is a map paper. And this one is also by October Afternoon. It's from the Silent Night collection, so it's actually a Christmas paper. And this one is called Midnight Clear. And I pulled this one out because there was a map paper, a sheet of 12 by 12 pattern paper with a map on it in the real kit. So again, it's not an identical map. It doesn't look exactly the same, but I figured that these two designs were similar enough for me to pull them out and use them as kind of the foundation of my counterfeit kit. So that is how the inspiration for September's kit started for me, was with these two pattern papers. Once I had these two papers chosen, I started looking at some of the other papers that were in the real kit. And they had a lot of kind of Moroccan-inspired papers from the bazaar, from the Bazaar collection by Basic Grey. So I went through my stash and I pulled out this one. This one is from the Spice Market collection, also by Basic Grey. It's called Marojam. And I just felt that this one kind of had sort of a Moroccan-inspired vibe to it. A little bit, maybe. So I just figured this was perfect. It would do, and I pulled that out. And then I pulled out this one by We Are Memory Keepers from Indian Summer because there was an Aztec design in the real kit. And this was one of the only Aztec papers that I had in my stash. So in the real kit, the Aztec paper is like really bold colors, and this is super muted. It's like browns and black on the back. But again, I felt that the design, the pattern itself was similar enough that it was fair game. So I pulled that out and added it to my pile. And once I had those four papers, which were kind of the foundation of my kit, I just started pulling out other pattern papers that coordinated in terms of color and design. So the papers that I'm adding to the kit now, like this one here by Basic Grey, these papers were not chosen because they matched papers that were in the real kit in any way. They were just chosen because I felt that they coordinated well with the four pattern papers that I had already chosen. So I've gone ahead and pulled out a whole bunch of pattern papers. My kit is a lot larger this month than usual, and I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to work my way through it. I hope so. I hope I can make a dent in this. But I'm really excited about all these colors and these designs. I think they're really pretty and very autumn-ish. And then the other thing that I did here is I love to create layouts with pattern paper as a background. So I pulled out a couple of sheets of pattern paper that I thought would make nice backgrounds that would be great to create a layout on, and that I felt matched the other papers that I had already chosen. So that's it now for my pattern papers. As you can see, I have several sheets here. I have plenty to last me through the month. And now it's time to move on to embellishments. So I pulled out this one. This is a sticker sheet from Heidi Swapp, a glitter sticker sheet. And there was a package like this in the real kit that was almost identical. The one in the real kit was blue, I believe, or maybe it was green. And this one is obviously silver, but it was also by Heidi Swapp. It was a glitter sticker sheet, almost identical to this one in terms of sentiments and stuff like that. So I pulled that out to use, and then I also pulled out a whole bunch of journaling tags. There were quite a few journaling tags in the original kit, so I just pulled out every journaling tag, project life tag, labels, paper labels, anything that I could find that I thought I might be able to use this month. So I have a huge variety here of colors and patterns and designs, sizes. I've got some 4x6, some 3x4, and then some really small label ones. This is a nice little embellishment that says Sun-Kissed from the Indian Summer collection from from We Are Memory Keepers. And then I have these badges here from Glitz Design just because I thought they were really pretty. These label stickers from Kelly Perky. Some vellum stitched pockets from Amy Tangerine, which I have been meaning to use forever and never got around to it. Some frames from Dear Lizzie, which I believe I had in a previous counterfeit kit and obviously haven't used yet. Some vellum stickers from Studio Calico. Some rain clouds from the Daily Flash collection by October Afternoon. And of course, it wouldn't be a real Stephanie counterfeit kit without flare badges. Next, I grabbed a whole bunch of clear stamps. Now, there weren't any stamps in the real kit, but I chose to include stamps in my kit because I know what challenges we're going to be issuing later this month. And let me just give you a little hint that stamps will be helpful, I think, for one of them. So keep that in mind when you're pulling supplies this month. I just chose 4 stamps, 4 that I think are pretty versatile. I started out with this one here, which is a wood grain stamp from Sarah Hurley. So wood grain, September, autumn, I just thought that went really well together. And I have some fun ideas for that stamp for later this month. The next one that I pulled is a coffee stamp from Evalicious, and it has some fun coffee sentiments and a coffee cup and mug and stuff like that at the bottom. And I have a specific layout in mind for that stamp set. These are just some more generic sentiments like heart, gratitude, and around here. And then this is a background stamp from Red Deep Cling Stamps, and it's just got like water droplets, bubble type patterned background thing. And I thought that would be really, really fun. So those are the 4 stamps that I chose to work with for this month. So that's it. That's my kit for the month of September. I'm calling it Chapter 1, and I hope that you'll join in with us. I'll provide a link down below to the Counterfeit Kit Challenge blog, and you can also check out my blog, skylinepapery.blogspot.com, for more info. Thanks for watching. Have a great September, and I'll see you next month.